Every woman deserves to be selfish. And most happiest women are ones that are selfish. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Irena and I'm a life coach. And this is a topic that came up with my friend. I didn't know what to talk to you about today, so she said, talk about being selfish. I wish I was selfish sooner. And that is the thing that I wish I was selfish sooner too. And I hope you can hear me well because I'm outside filming in public and I do feel a little bit nervous, but we're talking about selfishness. To be selfish, you need to be able to take a space for yourself. After studying for a decade about psychology, after looking into the women that I grew up with, my aunts, my mother, my grandmother, and learning from their life, going through the bad relationship and investing heavily in my self-development, going through therapy. This is the message I would love to send to every woman who comes upon this video is take the space. You're allowed to take a space. You're allowed to be selfish. Be selfish as you want, as much as you can. And as more you practice being selfish, your life will be happier and happier every day. Why do we struggle with being selfish, you may ask? It can be like 100 different questions. As a life coach, my mind cannot even comprehend the amount of questions, the answers for the question that every single one of you can come with. Selfishness is not seeing value in yourself. It is not having enough self-esteem. It is not valuing yourself enough. You value everybody and anybody else. Or maybe you value few people, but you always first pour into them and then in yourself. And being selfish can mean many different things to many different people. Even with my title and the topic of the video, I'm like, oh, this is gonna piss out quite a few people. Because being selfish is not good in this society, and especially as a woman, it's not tolerated at all. And different people have different meaning of a selfishness. When I talk about selfishness, I don't talk about being narcissist. Do not hurt others to be happy. Do not consider others' emotions. Do anything and everything you can, walk over people to be happy. No, this is not the Wolf of Wall Street. We're not doing here. We are doing self-development. We are women. I come and recording this video with the knowledge that we are women who are trying to do our best, who are trying to live our life to the fullest. And maybe some of us, most of us, are struggling with being selfish. And we start from what selfish does really mean to me. And I can sign it now, it's 100% something negative society taught you from the young age, being a good girl. We're not going to go into that because that can be another video in itself. I would love to refer to selfishness in this video as something positive, as full of self. Do you feel full of yourself? Do you feel as most aligned version of yourself? Do you feel close to your soul? Can you say no? Do you feel like you did everything today in your power to be happy, to allow yourself to choose happiness? You don't even have to be, because sometimes we don't know what happy is, what is going to feel as happy, but we dedicate our days to choose to feel happiness, to pour into ourselves first, to feel full of ourselves. So what is selfless? Maybe the first thing that comes to my mind, it is saints are selfless. Monks are selfless. People who give, they don't have any desires or any relationship with this physical world, they're selfless. And that is very tough thing to reach as a people, as a woman. As a woman, we are created to desire better, bigger things. And this is all science, this is all based in evolutionary science, that even like dating, even like talking to men, if you have brothers, father, they are happy and content, they feel happy and content with a little things. If they just have some place to live, it can be a small place. If they have their Sundays off, if they do things they want on Sunday, and they'll feel happy and satisfied. If they have a little bit of time for themselves, they'll feel happy and satisfied. We women are different, which is good. It's not better or worse. We're just different, and it's good. We have to learn how to use our differentness into our advantage. So we have desires. We want the big house. We want a big house somewhere on the beach, or is it a countryside? And then I personally want to have a little mini farm of rescued animals and horses. And I would like to have, did you watch that movie Babe with a pig? I would like to have the babe running around the farm free of any harm. I would like to rescue and nurture and just feel free surrounded by nature. Your dream may sound different. And then we're taught that our dreams may be too much. And then that thought comes up, oh, that's not realistic. How are you going to afford that? How is this going to work? You have to work. Having a farm is too hard. Those little voices inside of your head. And you settle for less. You decide, okay, I'm not going to be selfish. I'm not going to be asking for too much. I'm going to settle for what is in front of me. And this is where all of us make mistakes. All of us. We settle for the less. Sometimes it's a man that it doesn't fulfill all the most important pieces, lines of the list, our love list, most important non-negotiables. But then maybe he misses one or two, and then we're like, of important values, and then we're like, oh, but this is the best one that I dated yet, I'm just gonna accept it and maybe he'll change. That is the biggest trap. Nobody ever taught us to be selfish, and I'm telling you now, if you don't teach yourself to be selfish in your relationships, full of self in your relationships, in the business. I went to the interview today. I don't know why it took me so long to remember it for the interview today, and I negotiated my salary, like what I'm available to work for, and I'm waiting for them to come back to me. But this is one of the big things as well, where we as a woman, we struggle with negotiating the price. First, we have idea, okay, I deserve more, I deserve better, I want to change a job, I'm very good at this, and this, and then you go into interview, and then that little voice inside your head is, oh, maybe I'm asking for too much, or maybe I'm not that good, that I'll just ask for a little bit less, and we back off. Instead of taking the space, being full of ourselves. And an interesting thing that I learned from my mentor, from a happy woman that is selfish but have everything she ever wants, and everybody in her family is so happy. Because once we're full of ourselves, once we fill up our own cup, it overflows. And we do not give last sips of our juicy water as a woman, as a magical woman. We don't give last sips of our juicy water with regret and maybe like bad energy and thoughts of, oh, I'll give last bit of me just to prove that I can get this, just to be sure that I get this, just to earn this. this I learned from Middle Eastern women, and I'm Orthodox Christian, but I love learning, I love studying. But they were just born. Most of the world think they're oppressed, but they just have the self-worth. They're born with it. They have the names in their language for self-worth. And they wouldn't argue with people, oh, I deserve this much, or this is not enough for me. They just know. They're born, we're all born with knowledge of we're worth, and our desires are worth and valuable. And there's no even question like, why would you work hard for something that you desire? It already belongs to you. I hope this makes sense. If it does, please leave a comment down below. But these women, they're born. They actually never forgot. They don't have concept. Nobody ever taught them that you have to work hard to prove the worth. You have to go to school, prove your worth. If you don't get all the best grades, you're less worth than people who get better grades than you, or the girls that are quieter than you, or the girls that behave better than you, or the girls who know how to play instruments and you don't. We compare ourselves in this Western society, which is most of the planet. It's spread like a disease. We compare ourselves to others beside us. Oh, how much they earn. Oh, if I ask for this much, maybe they're not gonna accept it. Oh, maybe what if he actually talks to another girl and she's easier to get in bed with than me? Or any of these little chats inside our heads. I do hope you hear me. when we just question, oh, what if I need to do something extra? We compare, we question, we lower our self-worth because we don't have the sense that we are worth inside of us. We lost it somewhere along the way of growing up, trying to fit in this crazy world, trying to fit in this crazy society, trying to tell us what we can do and cannot do, and what will look stupid. Like, I'm literally recording in the middle of a fucking park, and 2 weeks ago, even no, okay, not 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, I would thought like there's no chance. I would just freeze in fear. Anybody who passes me, there's people passing me everywhere. But I allow myself. I remind myself, and I surround myself with people, with women who remind me every day that I am born worth it. You think of ending that relationship for 9 months, 9 years, 19 years, and I'm telling you, you're worth it of having the thing, the relationship you want. You're worth of having the amount of money you want. You're worth of being a millionaire. It's all possible. Money does not go to people who are worth more than you. That is actually I'm contradicting myself. They just have skills. They just learn how to attract the money. They just learn what to do, what to think of. They all are so confident. They do not have self-doubt. And even if they do think, oh, maybe this is not going to work, it's not self-doubt. It is just, if it doesn't work, I am worth it, so I'll figure it out. I'm smart enough, so I'll figure it out. I believe in myself. I have confidence, so I'll figure it out. And men have this skill, this worthnesses, this self-worth more than women. We can go in why and why not, and why we struggle with it as women and why they not, because they're entitled and la 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 la. It doesn't matter. Your chatter inside of your head does not matter. At the end of the day, Why didn't you go for that job? Why didn't you go for that race? Why didn't you talk to your manager? Why did you not say to that man on that date, oh, I actually don't feel comfortable with this. I want this, this, and this. Why? Because there's a little voice inside of your head who has 101 and thousand, a million objections why you can't have it. Because somebody else told you that in past, or you learn it from somebody else. Well, I'm here to say it a new thing for you. Listen closely. You are born worth it. You're born and you're worth it. You have your desires because you're worth to have them. Your desires do not just appear inside your head. They are not just your true desires. Desire underneath desire. If you have desire, ask yourself, why do I have this desire? Why do I have that desire? And why is this so? And if you ask yourself a few times why, you'll come to your true desire, which is most likely being loved, being safe, being at peace, being worth it. We're born with this. We're humans. And this is the funniest thing that I realize as a new coach, when I have to explain to people, or when people ask me what is coaching, and I explain to them what is life coaching, what is coaching, I explain to them it is for people who feel stuck in one area of their life, any area, and they're high achievers. They always try their best, but there is something they cannot see, but it's holding them back. And then they go to therapy. Therapy is not working because therapy only talks about the past. I tried therapy, so I know first-hand experience. I did it for 3 years, changed 3 therapists until I realized it's not the therapists, it's the therapy. So for us who like seeing progress, who like moving forward, people who like moving forward, but they feel like there's heaviness, there's something stopping them, they don't know what it is, or they think it's this thing. They go to coaching, and then we realize it's totally something different. Their self-worth, they believe in themselves, their self-confidence. We're humans, and we're all made from same atoms. Men and women, children, grown up, elderly. We differ a little bit, but we're made from same atoms, and we have the same desires. Desire of every human is some of the essential desires: to be loved, to be surrounded by people who love them, to be respected, to feel safe, to be confident. When you really listen to people, it all comes down to those things. And if you're realizing now, oh, maybe it is I resonating with this, it is my self-confidence in this particular area. And you may be very confident in your business but not in relationship, or you can be confident in relationship but not in your physical body, like looks. And if you're interested in working with somebody who can see those little blind spots, help you bring more awareness to your blind spots for the things that are stopping you, things that you're ready to let go of, you can contact me via this email down below to work one-on-one with me. You can just email me and we can go from there. But let's go back to what is it? Selfishness. They lied to you. As from this video, you may resonate with some things I said, but selfishness is not something you do. You don't want to be narcissist. You don't want to be hated by people. You don't want to be called selfish. But selfishness is the greatest strength, and selfishness is something all happy women learn to harvest. As I said, we're born with it, we forget it along the way. I'm here just to remind you what full of self feels like. Knowing your worth and not going back to it. You can be confident and full of yourself for like a day. You can fake it for a day. We all have those moments that we try to feel that all the time. But as a humans, we'll have our ups and downs. And it does get better with time and practice. Because at the end of the day, we believe we're raised in family, in societies that may tell us, for example, selfishness is bad. If you don't share, you're a bad girl or a bad boy. And then we go and we heard that, and that got reinforced. And that is limiting belief. That is belief. Until we decide, okay, this is not maybe working out for me. Maybe I can be more selfish. And this plays out in my family. Like women from my family, I see it everywhere. Women from Balkans, oh my god, they literally trained us to be selfless. And whoever older woman I talk for my family, older than 50, they all tell me, just don't settle for anything less. Do not give all of yourself to others, because nobody's going to give it back to you if you do not give back to yourself. And when we first start learning how to be selfish for ourselves, first refilling our cup, we go into totally different direction. If we've been doing this, so we can see it as a spectrum. If you're being selfless and you're trying to be more full of yourself, selfish, to make the balance, you have to tip over a little bit, because we never been to this place. We never been to this place where you're here. So to figure out where is the balance, we may tip over and we come back. And then with the time, we'll stabilize somewhere in the middle. Why? And you may think, okay, I'll do this. I'll try this now. I'll be a little bit more selfish every day. Why does not work? It may work, but it's much difficult. I tried because I love watching self-development videos, and I'm like, okay, I can implement this. I don't need to pay nobody. I don't need to invest my time or money. I can do this. This sounds easy. And then what sounded once easier was what you related to being selfish from this video once. It get hijacked by your ego. As my mentor Minna Irfan would say, your brain, ego, learns everything you learn. So once when something feels true to you, okay, this is maybe what I need to work on. And then the chatter starts. And then it's like, oh, you can do it yourself. You don't need experts, somebody who went through that. And then you just continue listening, and then you're like, oh, but you're selfish in this and this, and maybe the selfishness, maybe they don't know what they're thinking, and the chatter continues, and it just keeps you stuck. It keeps you stuck. Working with somebody doesn't have to be me. Working with somebody, investing your money, investing your time, putting your money where your mouth is, just fastens up the process. My mentor would say, queens do not duct tape, which means like your brain thinks, oh, I can figure this out. I'll duct tape this, a little bit of this information and that information, and I'll know. And truly changing your belief systems does not come from knowing information. You have to do it. And yes, one of them is realizing what your beliefs are, being more aware of, okay, this is my reaction to this situation because maybe I'm lacking a little bit of selfishness here. I need to pour first into myself before pouring into others. I need to stand taller, or even this is for me. For me, it was dating. Literally, like 2 weeks ago, but I am doing this work for like a decade, and this is what your brain do. he makes you think that you know it all, and then when somebody tells you like, oh, you don't actually, you're missing, like, you have some blocks here, here, and here, your ego gets shattered. And so I knew this. But since 2 weeks ago I started implementing, I literally go on a first date and have difficult conversation, and I would express how I see my future with love, with how I did it with you, with all the house, and I was so excited. And then it really quickly you would realize if you match with person or not. People are honest when they see that you're just expressing your desires. Men know if they can fulfill it or can't, and you just have to believe them when they tell you they can't. You just have to believe them and let them know, let them go with love. I don't know why I was telling you this story. Yeah, this is how your brain works. Ego. It just takes away from your progress. It tries to keep you in the same spot by thinking, oh, I can duct tape this information. Oh, I know this. Knowing and doing is not the same thing. I knew this information for 4 years, and I'm just starting to do it now in all areas of my life, in all. And when you just try to change, when you invest in yourself in any way, shape, or form, hire a coach, go to therapy, buy a course, and there will be. So you have to be prepared for the shit to hit a fan. There's not a better way to say this. You have to be prepared for the ego to fight back, for your past belief to fight for its life. And you must not, listen to me, you must not give up on the first situation when there is no. For example, when you go on a date and you express, oh, I would prefer this if we go do this. And they're like, no, for whatever reason, we're not going into that. And then your brain is going to go, you see, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. We have to go back. We have to compromise. We have to let go of this desire. It's not possible. You see, this is not possible because this person doesn't have it and that person, or job. You go for the interview and you set the price in your head. You're not going under. And you say it to the person. You collect all of your courage. It takes extreme amount of courage to actually set the new rule, expand your container, and they say no. And then your brain goes, you see, you're not good enough. You need to finish this course. You deserve your old employer, even though he was mean to you, because you deserve it. You don't deserve anything better. And you must expect this. If you want to truly change your beliefs, your life, your behaviors, if you want to live a happier life, full of yourself, closer to yourself as a woman, practice selfishness. It's not easy. And everybody in the world, everybody in the whole damn world is going to tell you you're selfish, or this is crazy, you're asking for too much, you're never going to find a man, you will stay alone forever. Don't ask me how I know. I heard all of it. And then they'll say, oh, you just ask for too much in this job. You should just ask for less and then be happy because it's better. Because this, and this. You still didn't get what you wanted, but you could get anything better. Now you don't have nothing. Your environment, your ego, your thoughts are gonna try to prove that old way of thinking and being was right, because we were doing it for years, decades, and trying to work through beliefs. It's not an easy process, but I would rather spend all of my life trying to live the happiest life I can, even if not reaching it. I would try to live different life than what I was grown to believe it's possible. then give up, and then be depressed, sad, for the rest of my life. I'll be complaining. I will be dealing with God knows what kind of diseases, because limiting beliefs are not just in our head, it's emotions we get stuck inside of our body. When we believe that we're not going to get this, we accept less, we believe we're not good enough. It is, when I say not good enough, I feel just like hurt inside of my body. Because limiting beliefs are not just mindset thing, it's always correlated to our emotions. It's always that little word your brain says evokes emotion inside your body. If you try to cover it up, soak it underneath, try to live with it, try to live by other people's rules of what is possible, what is not possible for you, you start getting sick inside out until something really bad happens. Which happened to me, this is why I know. And then you're in such a huge pain that you're ready to break through all of that shit and take your time with it. And surround, bottom line of all of this, what I just remembered, is that you have to be prepared for your environment to tell you you're not going to succeed. If you watch any videos, read any books, biographies of people who actually succeeded in being rich, in having a happy marriage, they were once taught, you're crazy, you're asking for too much, you're not going to succeed. And I'm here to tell you it's going to happen. And what you need in that moment is to have those role models as close to you as possible. If it's possible, somebody in your real life you met once or twice, that you literally like saw them, shook hands with them, and then you know they have something you have. How do they do it? Or even on the internet, there is so many videos of talking to rich people, interviews, happy people with happy marriages, and just literally drown yourself, breathe their air, listen to them. When I first started working on myself, I wanted a happy marriage, so I was listening to people with happy marriages, literally 24/7. Any moment extra that I will have, I would just listen to them. The way they think, the way they speak, and what our brains do, they start thinking and speaking to us that way. So you are, what is the word? You are, oh my gosh, I can't remember it. But you are who you are because of the 7 people closest to you. You talk to, you spend your time with. You know what I mean. And see where your limitations are. See where you can be more selfish as a woman. Recognize it. Act on it. Do not trust your brain for nothing. Don't trust your brain. Act on it. Invest in yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Accept that there are going to be pullbacks, and then surround yourself with somebody who is not going to let you go back, who is not going to let your pull back to pull you too far away. They're going to pull you up. They'll be like, excuse me, look at us. We are here to prove it to you that you're on the right path. And trust, you have, as a humans, we have to have trust in something, no matter if it's God, universe, whatever it is, science. Trust. As a woman, we have to have trust. Know our worth. Try to push our selfishness each day further down, more and more. Know our worth. And when we get no, we can sit with it. We can cry. I cried today. I got another date cancelled, so I felt my emotions. I cried today. Even though it does matter, I had to cry it out. Accept that there is some higher force. I believe in God. Some higher force, the God that removed this person without me having to invest any time, without me having to go through more emotional breakup. And any heartache, any challenge you come across, you can grow from it. But to go from it, you have to learn how to do that from other people. This is why coaching is so amazing. It's not long-term solution. You usually just find your way forward in a few sessions. See what's in your like hindsight, what you can see. It's there stopping you move forward, and surrounding yourself with the people, with the coaches, or going to coaching. You'll see, this is how I learn. I coach myself. Most of the days I am able to coach myself if my brain does not come in between, trying to interrupt, trying to let me not coach myself. But you'll have the feeling of how actually it works, how to move forward. Because most people get stuck, they don't know how to move forward. Coaching is a great way for you to learn how to move forward. There's somebody there to catch you, show you like where you're falling, and then you pull yourself up. So I hope this video serves you. This is much longer than expected, but I'm tanning because I'm recording the video like two flies with one slap. So yeah, I wish you become more selfish, more full of yourself as a woman, and surround yourself with like women who are full of themselves, and then so much full that we start overflowing like our cups, and whoever is around us, they drink of that juicy overflow and they grow with us. So our another thing is that our descent what the generations before us, they did the best we could. This is why we are here, because of them. We are living a free lives as a woman. We can drive, we have careers, we can support ourselves, we can say no. This is why, because of our grandmothers, great grandmothers and mothers, we can say no, and we can support ourselves. I'm the youngest woman ever in my family, and the second to have my own car, to be able to drive myself around. Like, what? And we owe to them, because they fought other battles. They were fighting for equality, they were fighting wars, they were fighting famine. We live in a safe society, and we can afford to be selfish. We can afford to choose, okay, I'm not going to go with my neighbor. I'm not going to marry my neighbor, because there's so many men that we can reach out through internet, and we can truly choose who we gonna marry, what job, what career we gonna have. We can have online education. Like, are you crazy? Like, what is this world? We can have online businesses. And if you see yourself as successful woman who's figuring her emotional state, we have so many acknowledgements. Why do you think like a man with the same qualities or even more of them, the man you truly desire, does not exist? Why do you think that you're so special, that you can only have these skills and desires, and no man that would be equal to you exists? That's your ego talking. Anyways, we are here to set a new standards for generations that come behind us, and one of those standards is being selfish. Being okay to be called selfish. I've been called selfish last 2 years so much. I'm like, yes, I'm fucking selfish. And then those women who would call me selfish, their life standards changed, because I allowed my life standards to be manifested into reality, not saying no to things I don't want to, and accepting that not everything or everybody will be part of my standards or will accept my standards. But there's definitely people, careers, jobs, situations that are just waiting for us to say to ourselves, we deserve this. And they're literally praying for us. They're waiting for us to show up. We're not going to show up there if we don't allow ourselves to be selfish. I hope you have a lovely day. Please subscribe, like, leave me a comment. What should we talk about next? I feel so on fire, and watch this next video. Love you. Bye.